And hello everyone, and welcome to another late night howling stream. I'm just going to move the TV a bit more forward. Hopefully it doesn't mock up anything. Nope, there we go. You can still see me. Perfect. Hello everyone, and welcome to another late night howling. Hopefully the sound is coming through alright. I'm just going to check that before we carry on, because I want to make sure that you can hear the game and me, so you don't miss out on anything. Just taking my headset off one moment. Hello, Emma. Alright, I'm just going to press a button and see what happens. In the bed, thinking of saved games. I'm going to start a new game, so I don't need a saved game. Nope, you can hear the game. Perfect. Anyway, let's get to it then, shall we? I think, actually, let's see how this goes. I'm going to use my other mic, because it is annoying how you can hear static from this mic. So, uno momento, I'll switch that over. And I want to use this one. There we go. Hopefully you can hear me still. Gonna check that and then we'll be underway. If not, still got it plugged in, so no worries. Seems like I'm a lot more quieter, to be brutally honest. Yeah, so gonna go back to the other mic. It's just an idea I had. Seems like for late night howling it is headset, not mic. So, well. Yeah, so I'm going to switch back to this headset so you can hear me a lot better. Hopefully it doesn't drown out the game. Don't want to do that. Anyway, enough's enough. Enough mucking about. Let's get into the actual game. So, no more Fortnite, as you can probably tell. I am going to be playing... Hang on, shut up, Daniel. I'm going to be playing Banner Saga, which is a game that I've always wanted to properly play. I love the art style of it. It is one of my a very favourite game of mine, because it's very much like turn-based combat orientated. So it's I love games like that, and it's very D&D like based, so you've got to pay close attention to the story. Anyway, we're going to get into it, and let's do this. The story of the Banner Saga changes based on choices you make. You will occasionally switch between lead characters, witnessing the story unfold and from different perspectives. Oh, that's cool. The gods are dead. That's ominous. In their wake, man and giant survived through tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dirge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped: the sun. Oh, that's going to be that must be awful. Imagine the sun like constant all the time.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðan vor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital.
So they're like collecting a tenth.
Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds.
Fair enough. Oh bloody hell, these guys are huge
We have
compared
been
to the other
warned
guys,
by
aren't they?
stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Richhorn, our
I'm
road
guessing
home.
that's a man
Our
there, and these
captain
are
seems
giants.
unconcerned.
Wow.
Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Again, love the art style of this. It's 2D, but it's amazingly done. Oh. Yep, they're definitely giants compared to us.
Komið skjótt! Komið í höllina miklu!
Oh shit, you're fucked, guys. That one guy, dunk, with his little axe. So this is our combat base. I have no idea what you just said, mate. I'm assuming it's because this is all like based on sort of like Scandinavian folklore, I assume. Anyway, you are just in time. The chieftain is red, and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Use right stick to pan around your surroundings. Zoom in with and out with the right and left triggers, and press say to continue. The portrait showed order of initiative, so like in D&D, taking turns from left to right. Your allies are blue, the enemy is red. So, it's your turn to act. Okay, so we've got Shield Banger. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your Shield Banger is active. The blue tiles around him show where he can move. So, okay. Some characters fill more tiles than others. The Horned allies are a race of giants called Varl, who take up 4 tiles. Hello, Danny people. Take up the 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy, so yeah, just think before you move. Use the left stick to choose a tile, and then press A to confirm the move. Move your shield banger here to get him into your attack range, okay? No, artwork is a bit blurry if you're zooming too far. Enemy tiles are red and pulse if the enemy is in range. To target a nearby enemy, use the left stick to select the attack icon, then press A. You can choose to either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. The numbers beneath each icon, 2 and 5, show the damage you will do to that stat. It's always good to maybe get rid of armor, because that way you can get more damage on them, but because it's only a little manling. Strength counts as both health and damage. A loss of 2 strength means you now lose 2 less damage. If a strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Okay. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you open them up to take more damage in the future. Okay. There we go. One guy down. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your characters. After taking action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate, even if you are outnumbered. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against the shield banger's high armor. Now your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range of these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. By moving on the gold tiles, a unit can move further than usual, at the cost of 1 willpower per gold tile. Red pulsing tiles beneath your enemies show now how close you'll have to get in to be in range. Move your Warhawk into attack range using the left stick and A. I seem really like far down. Just realised that. Right. Just sort of slowly walk up to him. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives them a unique advantage. Alright, so let's have a look at Tempest. Okay. Oh, the ability description appears in the tooltips below. The Warhawk's Tempest allows him to slam multiple enemies at once. Use the sticks to confirm, to select an enemy and then confirm, right? This guy's fucked. He is all on his own and he's against two giants. That ain't good. Right. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest to gain 1 willpower. The chieftain will rest his turn. Okay. Okay. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Your shield banner won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack, but willpower can be used to boost your damage. Use a there we go. So if I press RB and that shines, now goes up to 9, instant kill. And we gain 6 renown for that. Nice.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade. Quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head.
I don't think wolves actually do that, mate.
I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Okay, instantaneous. Eric, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? It is. I'm just here for the tithe. What do you want? It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. We didn't exactly agree, but what do you have in mind? Skull things that you didn't tack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Okay then. I might as well get this out of the way, because that way we can get our tithe and get the hell out of here. Right, so use the left stick or RB and LB to highlight the market tent, then press A to visit the merchant. Okay. Has big market written in very like Nordic script. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls, coloured canvases flapping on the briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Scalfling chieftain bled out about an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me what rat's anus the rest of them crawl back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. They don't talk to me. Eric needs some help here? I don't have the patience for this. Say nothing. He said let him handle it. I'll let him handle it. Eric overturns his flimsy table, scattering Had's assortment of junk across the ground. Gods, Eric, lay it on a bit heavy, don't you think? Where are the Scalfings? Nobleman up by the east wall, but that was months ago. Last I know, Had skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over. You figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Enough. Were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bought them while you were walking around. Why? You look like a frog. No reason. They look good. I'll be honest, he doesn't look bad, so... I'm glad you care. Gnuff goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be a Scalfing. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a mead hall. Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? Where is this place again? After this, I'm done here. Well, we've got to get on with our own business. Why are we having to deal with this? So yeah, it's not up to me, my friend. Just to make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual 10th. I'll remind him. Yeah, don't try and cheat a giant, buddy. Right, off to the mead house we go. You arrive in front of what must be a nobleman. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introducing him as Valgard. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? Let's get it over with. You're walking through the front door. I'd rather sit this one out. They ran to the mead house, says Valgard. I'll be surprised if they can stand up straight right now. Okay, here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it wouldn't close again, without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of the table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken Scalflings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead stains into the process. Okay, so no talking, just instant fighting. A Dane way to die fighting, I suppose. So wow, there's quite a few of them, but we do have 2 giants. So, yep, I'm ready. Jesus Christ, that was loud in my ears. So who's first? I was hoping for more look at them. Oh, it's gonna be butchery. Right, so Valgar goes first. Right. Valgar's actually got good armor, so I think what we'll do is move him as close as we can. Oh, you can't. Damn, that's fine. Stonewall. So what does that do? Stonewall blocks damage to strength and armor for 1 round. Yep, that sounds good to me. Now it's your go. You've got a 2-handed axe, so I'm assuming you're a good woodsman in a way, so you'll be the damage guy with Valgard. So rally, what does that do? Gives willpower to allies at any range. Gives 2 willpower to any allies at any range. So at the moment it's rank 1, I think. Right, I'm going to just end this turn. So now it's one of these guys' turns to move. Shield banger, you move there. And you attack this arsehole. Actually, go for his armour first. There we go. Be easy to kill next turn. Good enough, you're going to go there. And you are going to end your turn. Right. Oh, shit. So he can do a lot of damage that way. Oh wow, good. So we could get a 10 biting him from behind. Nice, which will kill him instantly. Yep. Never turn your back on me. Right, and you go there. And 7, that's fine. Right. Yeah, just kill him. Get rid of him. That's 2 of them down. That's it, surround him. Because then he can do his ability. Hopefully, right. Hopefully he can do it. You know he can't because he'll hit shield banger. Shit. Right. Yep, just do it, go on. There we go. God damn it. Right, you go there. No. Attack him. Yep, full 6. That gets rid of him. Yep, you move there. And you're going to do rally, because that way we'll get more will. No, you know what, just attack, yeah. Get rid of his armour. Make him easy to kill. Right. There we go. Give him a good stabbing. So they formed a kind of shield wall, have they? Right, okay. I don't want to do that because I don't want to hit the flipping shield banger. Yeah. There we go. Right. Can't hit anyone else, that's fine. God damn it, I'm trying to... There we go, thank you. I didn't even need to do that, did I? What a waste of willpower, fuck's sake. That's him gone. You move there now. End your turn. And you move there. Do Tempest. Oh, fuck. I thought we'd get rid of them both like I did the other time, but no, didn't want to do that, did it? Just finish them off now. Yeah, there's only one of them left. There we go. Shit. And Shieldbang can't really do much because he can't get round, that's fine. There you go, Gunneth. Finish him off. Nice one, lads. Victory! Okay, 9 from that one, nice. There they are. Gods be damned, I've got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's windows onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well, Vognir, next of Fovar kingship last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guess. See what I deal with all day long. Think. Things makes a little. Things make a little more sense. You hoped I'd have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrived. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask one more favour? What is it, Eric? If you happen to stall our guests down at the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Valgard hustle from the mead house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down at the docks. Sorry, by the way, if my reading is terrible. I have dyslexia, and I hope I'm doing my best. Right, so down to the docks we go. Vognir. A familiar vowel steps onto the docks. In your mind you recall a much younger version trampling the halls of Grofheim, abundant in purpose. Gods, Reuben, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old, and if there is Vognir, there must be Hakon. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid, old yokes. At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Jorunda demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Gorfheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Excuse me. Just returned from Albranger, in fact, and glad for it. Hakon motion. Sorry, my cold's playing me up. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering, gold wolf head emblazoned on red. The king of men, or someone on his behalf. The king's whelp. The king's son, Luden. Don't you know Skriva? We visited his capital. He visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. Then you're going to Gorfheim. I have the distinct feeling I finished my visit in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but... Let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What's he trying to say? Is the prince is a delight to behold. Where is Morgar, Hakon? Hakon, have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognise a few. Others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Morgar. See you in the morning, Skriva. I'll be alone. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs off from spiders. Jesus. The long road back to Gorfheim should be more interesting than most years, you think. Right. Weariness suddenly settles in and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Vognir's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon, or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. So, who should we go talk to, Hakon? Or do we end up getting talked to both? That's the thing. To be honest, the fact that he sounds like the kind of guy that pulls the legs of spiders, I don't think I want to talk to him, so I'm going to go talk to Hakon. Skriva. You find Hakon in a meat house surrounded by a Val. Strand is no stranger to Val, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon? Vognir's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make this rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Hang on, my camera's just moved, hasn't it? Right, it keeps doing this. Sorry about this, one moment. It's because the blue tack that's holding it is becoming loose. So I'm just going to check the camera and then we'll carry on. I'm going to have to sort that out, I am. Now it's just pointing down too low, just one moment. We will carry on. So, I am really sorry about this. There we go. Ha, humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a Yox fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. Well, you would be indeed, Hakon. After all, you wouldn't be a giant. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon let slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath through dredge at Vognir's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point, just another reason to get back to Gorfheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mead house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cold air outside. So he's fought in the wars against the dredge. Oh, we can go talk to the prince. Okay, let's see what this spider leg ripping arse prince sounds like. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Varl who must be working for Lundin. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Luden. Yes, you're with Vognir. I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Vognir a long time. I'll be joining you back to Gorfheim with my guards. Luden looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I'm working for the king, carrying tithes to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? Just to introduce myself, I hope to learn more about you. I have a habit of recording history. I thought we might talk about your visit. No offence, I don't think he's going to have anything to do with that, so we're just going to go over polite. I came to introduce myself. You collect taxes for the Varl territories. A true pleasure, yes. An awkwardness hangs in the air like a thick fog. You take the opportunity to depart. Not exactly a talkative person. Right, let's go to sleep then. -1 supplies. Oh yeah, that's the thing I forgot about this, is you have to have food, and if you don't have food, morale goes down, and obviously your fighters won't fight as hard, or a certain thing won't go as well. At dawn you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with the sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply levers, all there just as promised, to your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. 21 hour, nice. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Vognir is already here. A while later, Lundin and his men appear groggy and dishevelled. Morgar steps forward. Vognir's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. Yep, we're ready. You follow Morgar and join the others. Usually the small doors set in the gates would be enough to enter and leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but here there's nothing of the sort, just frustrated, tired people. It's surmised Strand will be as well as a whole, you think. So we're off. Look at that little caravan moving across there. So those 6 supplies, because obviously there's more people in our group, so there's 85 fighters and 36 Varl. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Morgar, cracking open a mead cask. From your gracious friend, the Governor of Strand. Hours pass with a raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the camp. Drink a little, drink a not, toast of Ognir. Toast of Ognir. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between man and Varl. The others join in. Ludin's expression is like a stone wall, but the others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually you sit down beside Vognir. Chat with Vognir? Yeah, of course, chat with Vognir. Thanks for the speech, slurs Vognir. Just, cheers, bruh. Ugh. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Thanks to Morgar, I thought the damn governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried. Then he asked me to clean up his mess. For your benefit, turns out. I'd have given the job to you, too. Gods, there's no joy in politics. Speaking of, what happens after this business with Ludin? Hopefully the boy goes back to Aberang on his own, and I can take out some frustration on Dredge or something. Starting to sound like Hakon. You don't like the life of a diplomat? Don't you miss the fight, Ubin? You down your mead instead of replying. Vognir slouches and shakes his head. There's no joy in killing There's no great joy in killing Dredge, but pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be warriors would follow you for what you'd done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Or is it? Or is it because I'm the next in line? These lines are getting muddy, old Varl. They've always been muddy, Vognir. Vognir stares into the campfire, lost in thought. You leave him to it. Well, you've missed the beginning part, but I think you've seen that before, You rise groggily, the campsite a casualty of merriment. Morgar is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you nudge Vognir. You're needed. Oh dear, what's going on? Ah, it's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Vognir releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Gorfheim? Huh. We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you that I'm on a map. So we actually get to see the map of the world, do we now? This is the map of the world. You can explore by panning with the right stick and zooming in and out with the right and left trigger. The location of your caravan is indicated here by Ubin's icon. The world map is covered with many locations that holds much lore. You can explore the map at any time. Select locations with RB and LB, or left stick, or press A for more information. Okay. Right, so we are heading to Gorfheim. Gorfheim, the last home of the Varl and seat of their power, founded by Anfina, the second Varl king. Though the Varl have moved around a lot, most consider Gorfheim the capital. The deeds of Varl are honoured here, and all warriors of worth are buried at the foot of the two spears, where they are said to become part of the Varl's march itself. Okay. That's fair enough, you are going to London tomorrow or wherever. So that's where we're heading, Gorfheim. We head north, then east, past the forts. Gorfheim's far from Strand, going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Ludin. Why not take the ships to Sky... Flipping it, my dyslexia's going to get fucked over here, isn't it? Why not take the ships to Skyrmere instead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skysommerstead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Luden exhales through the nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes barking at his company in the distance. Night, baby. Love you. Sweet dreams. Don't poke the Antil, Vognir. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off too. Luden's got a shorter wick than Hakon. Thanks, Vognir. Let's get moving. Another half day to Varafell if we're lucky. Oh. Camp. Camp is where you manage your caravan. During travel, you can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel map HUD. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip the items in the hero's tent. Okay. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A high morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so always rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to get back to the road. Okay, so go to the hero's tent. Right, so use the D-pad and A to select a unit and view stats and promote ranks. Okay. Right. So if I press A on, okay, so that's his ability. No break attack. The character strikes an adjunct enemy for armor breaking damage before hunkering down and boosting his passive ability, returning the favour to return even more breaking damage for one turn. Okay. Right, so that's obviously armour. Right, so that's a bit about Morgar. So, ooh. Don't know anything about that, to be honest. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Oh, so that's his active ability and that's his passive ability. Okay. Armor block damage. Blocks damage. Your strength minus their armor equals damage. Okay, fair enough. So how do I upgrade my characters? Locked, must max stat. How can I max a stat if it doesn't tell me how to? Come on. Very confusing. I will probably... Is there any... I should have really paid attention to that bloody tutorial, shouldn't have I? Fuck's sake. Right. Hopefully, let's see if it reappears when I go back there. No, it does not. Ah, I think I know why. You can't use renown points to get a certain amount of kills. That's why. I think that might be the case. But anyway, let's have a little look around. Heroes, you know, we're going to just leave. We don't really need to stay here for long. Let's just go. Back on the road, boys. Get your asses in gear.
Wedderfell,
Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Sorry I'm filming the camera, it's just that I'm a perfectionist and I get annoyed at how it is at an angle and all that. Been filming the camera a lot tonight. Right, we're just gonna leave it at that and then leave it at right pen. By Borg. That's a lot of Val for some missing cattle. What? A couple of days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. We're here. Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know. My boys seen men up in the hills carrying them away. Don't know many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Skelflings out here, maybe. Could they have Val working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get camps set up. The peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's silver for any food you've got. For hundreds of Val, are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple of hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up. Hear that? Where's London? It's faint. Sounds like fighting. And something else. Hakon takes off at a run. Oh shit, what the fuck's happened? Oh fuck. So we are Luden, and there is Vognir on the floor there, and I'm assuming these are dredge. Press A on any tile will automatically make a path, but you can also set waypoints. Press X to make a waypoint, okay. Right. There we go. Spearmen can attack diagonally and up to 2 tiles away. Press the up arrow to compare your stats with the enemies. Okay. So this reveals the stats before we get them. So he's got 15 armor and 16 strength, and the others have 8, 10, 8, 10. Target this enemy with an attack. What? Yeah, okay. Armor blocks attacks on strength. For each enemy armor higher than your strength, there is a 10% chance the attack will deflect. Notice the chance to hit shown above the attack button. Attack this enemy's strength. Okay. Deflect. Deflected attacks do no damage. Fuck's sake, speak your words, Daniel. From here on out, you will fail catastrophically if you don't break armor. Damage both strength and armor is equally important. Okay. Fucking hell, Luden. I think that was meant to happen though. So we've got Hakon, Morgar, and Grunneth. So it's 3 Val versus 3 Dredge. Okay, right. Okay, Hakon, you move there. Shuddering Impact. Shuddering Impact added strength and armor damage to target and adjunct enemies. I will wait until they're a bit more closer for that. We're going to damage his armor. There we go. So, hopefully this isn't too loud. It's too loud in my ears, so I'm just turned down a little bit, but I don't want to be too loud for anyone watching. Right. Go for his strength. We've got some damage on the big guy. Shit, he really hits hard. Right. Morgar, you move there. Keep them preoccupied. Let's try suddenly strike, shall we? Okay, they got rid of a bit more armor, did a bit of damage to him. And Grenov's going to be down before we can even do anything. God damn it. Right. Yeah, finish off that one. And we have less to worry about. Right. Got 3 left on the big guy. Chance he'll deflect now. Just go for the armour. Weaken him down a bit, Grenov. Good, he went for hack on that time. Yep, finish him off. There we go. When an enemy falls in battle, 1 willpower star is added to your horn. Using the horn will give 1 willpower to the active ally. Oh cool, so that's a good way to get surplus willpower. Yep, down the big guy, and then there's only that little left. And all we can do is try to damage your armor. Good. Last attack. Boom! Our first meeting with Dredge is a victory. Though Grenov did get... I did notice this whenever I played it on my own. Grenov seems to go down a lot more. Oh, promotion. Injured. Oh dear. Okay, that's cool. You trying to get yourself killed, Luden? What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot in between the plates. You never seen a Dredge before, boy. What kind of idiot breaks their armor first? Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hakon goes to where Vognir lies face down. The future Val King lies motionless, aside from a spreading pool of blood. Vognir is dead. Chapter 2, cut with the keen-edged sword. So that was chapter 1. We're now entering chapter 2 of this tale. And I think we're now going to meet our second character that we're going to be following. In the village of Skrogir. Oh god, my knees. Where did that thing come from? Shh, stay close. I think it saw us. Oh shit. So I'm now a young human girl and her father, I assume? Or, I know, because of the fact is they shot the deer, it's probably like, where are the petty humans? This is only one though. So, yep. So he is Rook, careful, don't get too close. So he's an archer and left at a wood. I'm guessing like a woodsman to be honest, so I'm going to move there. Attack. Oh, for God's sake, really? End turn. Gotta wait for him to get closer before we can actually do anything. Attack. Oh, for God. It'd be nice to know their range before you do anything. Right, let's get the armor down. There we go. And we've just left our door to get smacked by not a great father figure. Thread the needle. Hits all units. Oh, that's cool. So she hits more than one. Right, arm again. Definitely should get her a bit further away, right. Go for the 6. I like how he embeds his axe, then fires. Right, back away. Go for the arm again. Actually, no. Kill him. There we go. So, there's not only the star, but near this far-flung edge of the world as well. Seems like they're popping out the woodwork. It's the bloody trees. Was that a dredge? Alita looks calm, but you can tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. It was. Let me see. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. I'll be fine. When the dredge attacked you, your cart and the yokes bolted. It spilled most of your supplies. You can see more dark figures moving through the trees when you glance that direction. All that food. That's the last we're going to get before winter. What do we do? Don't run. Let me think. So we can either forget the supplies and go back to Skorgir. If we hurry, we can gather them before more dredge appear. Do you think you can handle more of them? No offence, I don't think you're in any fit way to handle... You barely were able to handle one. I think definitely just forget the supplies. Your lives are more important, and your village needs to know. Okay, what are they even doing here? No clue, but we need to warn everyone right now. Supplies. Supplies represent food and other goods used to keep everyone alive on the road. When supplies are gone, people start to die of starvation. The more people are in a caravan, the faster supplies will diminish. You can see how many days of supplies you have left on the travel display at the top of the screen. Most towns will have supplies to sell, as well as a few items. So we're now a little tiny caravan. There we are, little tiny caravan, with a little cow pulling us. Again, just love the art style. I love the way
I never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
Oh, there they are. Some little ones. Maybe some scouts. They're like golems in a way, aren't they? Oh no, there's a big one. Oh, he's a big one. Ivor. The enormous father in question towers over the men in the training field. He squints as you approach. Already back, Huntsmaster. Thought you'd be tomorrow. Dredge everywhere. Dredge. How did they get through Greyhorn? Must have broken through the fort. The fighters nearby have stopped sparring. They gather around you. Damn it. They'll be here soon if they're not already. You hear screams from the outskirts. People are running towards the Great Hall. Ivor turns to one of the older boys at in his group of fighters. Eagle, take Alita to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you gather up as many people as you can. Come on, Alita. No, wait. I want to help. Go with Eagle, Alita. No offence, I would want my daughter out of harm's way. Alita looks like she might protest, but scowls and runs off to safety. Gods, Rook. Don't start telling them I know what I'm doing. I know it's a stretch, but they bought it. What's the plan? Oh, I must have missed something there. I'm so knackered right now. I'm missing certain things. Sorry. Just hold off the dredge. We see until everyone's inside. Then we figure it out. More shouts draw your attention to some houses atop the nearby hill. So is it going to be me and Rook and Ivor now? Assume so. Sure enough, dredge are gathering in number. You hear misplaced laughter nearby. Past a pile of corpses, a man in a single-handedly holding back 4 dredge with a battered spear. Behind you, Tregiver, shouts Ivor, who shoots you a dour look. If Tregiver is known for being a madman, at least he's the sort who can hold a spear in the right direction. He smiles a mile wide when he realises you're going to have to fight your way out of this. Again, sorry if I mispronounce names. Right, so turn order. Units move in order in the order you place them, from left to right. This initiative order is very important then when setting up strategies. For example, put archers after melee units so that they can stay safe behind your heavy hitters. Excuse me. Right, I didn't mean to do that. God damn it! I am knackered. Right, I'm just going to see how long the stream's been going. So if you see a little jutter, I am sorry. That is fine. I think what we'll do is once we get to a certain point, we'll probably end it here. I might see if I can complete 2 chapters, but I don't know how long these chapters are, so we'll just see, okay? So I want you back there. I want him a bit further forward, and I want Tregiver on his right. Yep, we're ready. Right, let's just attack and whittle down his armour. Hit him. That's good. 3 damage left to him. That's it. Tregiver, you finish him off. That's 1 down at least. He's going to hit Tregiver, damn it. I don't know how much strength that guy has, but what's the ability he's got? Mark Prey. Does armor break damage. All allies within range attack the marked target. Fuck it, yeah, let's do it. Oh, it has to be right next to it, damn it. Okay, we will whittle down armor again. Alright, so move there. Hit for 6 again. Didn't waste too much roll. She's going to hit him up from behind. Broke some of his armour. That is alright-ish. Damn it. We're going to have to break some of his armour first, aren't we? There we go. Yeah, they're going to go for the Varl because it's the biggest target. Right, finish him, Rook. There's no one down. So we've got the big guy and 1 little guy left. Okay. What's your special ability? Knock the target back through multiple tiles, doing armor break damage. Yeah, sure. I think that makes enough to walk over again. Merely gets an attack, but still means you have to move. Right, what does Impale do? Causes knockback and target bleeds when removing. Fair enough. Get the armor down as much as we can. go. Shit. You leave Rook alone, you bastard. Right. Armour. Again, whittle down the armour. Oh good, it hit the other guy as well. There goes some damage done to the big guy now. Rook. I think you've pissed him off somehow, mate. Right. He's on one after this. Oh, for fuck's sake, I just shot one when I meant to attack the one right in front of me. At least we've damaged them both though, eh? Right, so... yeah. That puts him on 2. At the moment, Rook is fine. Eagle. No. Oh, we can. Nice one, Eagle. Eagle finish him off. Good. Not Eagle. Try giver. Fuck's sake, I'm getting the fucking name mixed up here. Get him with your axe. And attack. Boom. Finished. So Trade Giver is getting promoted, and we got 6 renown. Nice. Difficulty: combat can be unforgiving. Don't hesitate to change the difficulty of battle if it leaves you frustrated or you find yourself needing a tougher challenge. Use the options menu to change difficulty. Don't worry, you can change the difficulty at any time, and it has no effect on the story or the choices you make. Just makes the fighting a bit more easier or harder if it gets that way. We'll leave it as it is for the moment, and if it does seem like it's being too easy, we may up it, or I'm not going to put it down. But that's all I'm going to say. Right. You take stock of your handiwork. Think I'll stick with you lads, says Trygiver. Unless you've got other ideas, Ivor grunts something non-committal. A black horde is forming at the tree line. Enough of this, says Ivor, glancing over his shoulder. We're going back. Then adds, Rook, I'm doing one more check of the houses around here. If you can find anyone. See if you can find one. Got it. You're lucky to escape the notice of more dredge on the way back. You can see them rummaging through homes, tearing the buildings apart. If you're going to look for more survivors, you make a note to do it quickly. Alright, let's go to the market. See if there's anyone there. Oh, so we can buy items. Oh, we're about to get invaded, but you can buy stuff if you like. So I'm assuming that's supplies we're buying. Yeah. Right. Items. So horse skewer, shoes made from the hooves of horseborn, have been rumoured to make one faster, if not cold-hearted. Halden's razor, a well-honed razor crafted by Halden, known for steady hand, calm presence, and will to exceed limits. And tortoise band, an early king of men was known to have a ring that he would turn compulsively for his finger before rushing back into battle. 2 arm and 2 rest, that will give... You know what? Halden's razor sounds quite good. We'll take that. And... oh, confirm the supplies. There we go. Right. Oh. Let's go to the hero's tent and see what we can do there. Your items are shown at the bottom of the roster. Press Y to equip them. Items can only be equipped by characters of equal rank. Promote your units to equip high rank items. Select an item using Y, and so on and so forth. Right, so... will... I think... hang on. Oh, fuck's sake, I just pushed the wrong buttons again. God damn it. I'm getting very frustrated with myself here because I'm being an absolute nub tonight. Right. Here we go. Alita's bracelet, lovingly made by a hunter's wife to keep her daughter safe from harm. Well, I think we'll give that to... Right, there we go. Has to be rank 4. Okay, so we'll have to wait on that one. That's okay. Try giver, so he got 2 kills, so he can get promoted. In higher stats and talents, increase your item rank. Promote. Hey, promoted. God damn it. The unit has points available to spend on improving stats and talents. Active one of the plus buttons above. Okay. I think shield breaking and armor, so he's a bit more defended, because the more higher armor he has, the more damage he can take before getting downed. What does his item do? A necklace, so try giver's necklace. A necklace with matching full and half moon symbols made of pearl. Try giver believes they align to give him luck. 10% crit chance. Cool. Oh, fuck's sake. Fuck. Right, that's all done. Right then. Bought a useless item for now, but it will come in handy later on. Right, let's meet up with either of them. You find anyone? A few sent them inside. Gods, this is bad. I'm out of practice, Rook. Look, as long as I've known you, you've always wormed your way out of talking about Dredge. This would be the time to start talking. I can tell you they rarely stop for rest. The sooner we leave, the better. They'll follow us until we're tripping over tired women and children. Then they'll attack. Even after we're wiped out, they'll keep coming, trampling corpses in their wake. There's no end to them. How did anyone survive the Great Wars? Ask the Menders. I wasn't there. But I know you fought your fair share. Yeah, I've killed enough slag for one lifetime. That's why you're going to save us now. Don't lay down on me. Come on, let's get inside. So he has 4, but he doesn't want it laid on him, the responsibility laid on him. I can understand that. Rook, thank the gods you made it. The Great Hall is an utter din, filled as it is with dozens of terrified families. Don't stop worrying yet. Excuse me. What? I haven't. What in the depths is going on? Dredge milling around, ransacking houses. The chieftain's wife finds you, pushing through the crowd. They must have known we're here. Must know we're here. Why haven't they attacked? Don't know. I wouldn't expect it to last. I've made some decisions, but tell me straight, what would you both do in my place? I'll have left by now. They're already outside the doors. Not so easily done. Rook? I trust Ivor on this. It's not a decision I care to make. I agree with Ivor. The chieftain sighs a deep and heavy breath, slumping. He looks years older. I imagined us fighting back and saving the town, but nonsense. Ivor's right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Where do we go? If the Dredge are coming down from the north, Frostfeller is into the west. It's close and it has walls. I intend to be free of Skurga in one push. Nobody left behind. I wouldn't if they follow us, we're done. What do you suggest? Let me create a distraction, then go. I'll catch up on the road to Frostfeller. That sounds like suicide, Ivor. Let's do it as the chieftain says. Ivor's right. I'll help with the distraction. What if we set the town on fire as we left? Do we abandon the storehouse? If we have to, we'll be leaving behind everything but the supplies you bought, Rook. On the other hand, Frostfeller's at least a week away. I'm not sure we've got that much food. It'll be cutting it close. If we're saddled with heavy carts, it'll be almost impossible to outpace the dredge. And if we're running out of food before we get to Frost Valley, it won't matter how many escape. I still say, let me handle the dredge. Ivor's right. I'm gonna go with Ivor. The chieftain thinks for a long moment. I didn't ask for the advice just to ignore it. Promise you're not throwing away your lives on this. That wasn't part of my plan. Ivor? Nope. Then I'm coming with you. That catches you by surprise. The chieftain rubs his chin but doesn't argue. From the training she's given Alita, you've no doubt she can handle a bow. Fine, I'll get the townspeople ready. Make sure you make your move, Ivor. We'll leave when you're clear. Alright. I want Gil with us, says Ivor. If something happens to us, I need him to tell the chieftain. Ivor goes off to find him. Alita finds you. I know what you're doing. You have to let me come, she says. Don't leave me, please. I'll be good. Okay, Alita, just promise to listen. I'd rather her by my side so where I can see her. I promise, she says. Ivor soon finds you both. Let's go. Remember, you're not trying to fight them all. We're just getting their attention. You step into the town courtyard where you can already see dredge in every direction. Ivor starts banging his shield and swearing at them. We kill a few, he shouts, and the rest will follow. You steel yourself for a tough fight. Oh, great. Right, so we want our heavy hitters and that at the front, really. So I'm going to move you there. Actually, yeah, we're going to move you there, move him there, and then that way it goes heavy hitter, spearman, eagle, and so on and so forth. Right, let's do this shit. And actually I'm going to give item to Alita because that's her bracelet. There we go. And oh god, are we ready for this? Yep, I suppose. As you can see, I'd be so brave in a battle. Alright, so we've got 3 separate groups. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we can move them so we're all together. Right, actually... you over here. And then we'll have Ivor over there. Ready. Ivor then can meet up, match with the big guy, and then we can deal with him as we go. So get his armor down. Again, armor. There we go. Practically almost all gone already. Jesus. Did not mean to move you, but fine. So all the armor down. Get 3 damage on him. For God's sake, I keep doing that. Remember, think of who you're aiming at before you do stuff, Daniel. Jesus. Jesus H. Christ, you muppet. Pull down the armor again. Oh, damn it. Try give us down. Hit for 6. 9, nice. Yeah, I've got to finish him off. Nice one. There we go. Get some damage on him. Shit. Right. Let's try and get him a bit further away. There we go. So he goes off Odd Leaf. What name? You're rather odd, Leaf. Only 2 on the left, which is good. And in attack range. Afraid the needle won't work, end of turn. There we go. Now in range to attack. Finish him off. 1 left. He's going to attack the biggest threat, which is obviously Ivor. 3 damage on him there. And Rook finished the job. Hopefully it doesn't deflect. Nice one. And he got promoted. Cool. Oh, and Ivor got promoted as well. Nice. Oh, so he's injured, damn. I think if they die, they gain an injury. Because even if they die in the battle, they can come back. Unless it's part of the story. Then, obviously, your choices matter. You have no problem getting the dredge to follow. Things begin to look dicey, but you're eventually able to lose them in the thick of the woods, where they have difficulty keeping up. You climb into an overlook and wait for the caravan to appear. An hour later, Oddleif is the first to spot them. There, she points to the road. As you rejoin, you can tell there was trouble. Some people wounded, others missing. A group has gathered at the rear of the caravan. Oddleif walks beside a covered figure in an open wagon. Old fool, she says through clenched teeth. I should have stayed with him. The chieftain's death hits you like a blow to the gut. You continued on to Frostvella in silence, laid his hand firmly in your own. I think that's where we're going to leave it for today, guys, considering that on Late Night Howling I only usually do an hour. I'm sorry, but you'll have to wait until next time to find out what happens to our little band of adventurers here. Will they make it to Frostvella? What will happen with Unin? Who knows? And who did and what happened to Vognir, really? We'll soon find out in the next Late Night Howling. But until... And if you liked what you see here, don't forget to follow up above. If you want to see more content like this, well, you know what? One moment while I actually get the outro in my head because my brain is not working. Right, if you liked what you see here, please do hit that follow button. And also don't forget to turn on the notifications so you can get notified when I'm next going live. If you want to get more early warnings, just go down below and click on my Instagram and Twitter links, because I always do a 4-hour to so many hour early warning of what I'm going to be playing, what time, if there's been a time change, if there's been a cancellation due to something going on in my life or other circumstances. Also, don't forget to go to the link to my YouTube channel if you want to see more content. Subscribe there, ding the bell so you can get notified when my next video's coming out. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. This has been really fun. I really have enjoyed this game. Sorry if I seemed a bit off. It's just I'm knackered. But anyway, this is Wolf 54 howling out. Bye.